Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid.
And Teresa.
You slipped in there before I could say it.
I sure did.
Oh, shoot. Hey, everybody. Got a couple quick shout outs. One to Alan Fortin and also Thomas Hanson. We're so sorry to hear about your mother.
Yeah, we're sorry.
And may she rest in peace. And God be with you, buddy. Appreciate y'all watching.
Are you ready to start some questions?
I think we can.
Okay. Phyllis Wilde. Were you a fan of Leonard Skinner growing up?
Of course. I mean, everybody was, well, I mean, like I've said in the past, Elvis has always been my first, but sure, Skinner was always the best. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama, Free Bird. How about you, Teresa?
Yeah, I listened to some of them. Those songs.
Yeah, I know you do because we've listened to Sweet Home Alabama
Uh-huh.
a lot of times. But sure, I've always liked, and I've named other bands, but yeah, was definitely a Skinner fan.
You didn't bring a cane with you today, so you don't have nothing to do with your hands.
Well, yeah, I can.
But ring them.
I know what I can do.
I know what I can do, too.
Tuning. It's called tuning.
Yeah. My 56 Chevy. And you saw this question, and I don't know if this is the same person or two different people, but they're asking the same question. So my 56 Chevy in Vince. Hold on.
Come on,
Campanella. Okay. All right. Was Lisa a happy child? Because in pictures she doesn't seem to be smiling a lot.
girl. Lisa was a very happy child. I mean, I think you would know that from all the stories that you've heard and including our stories. But yeah, I mean, in pictures she was like a lot of children. I mean, there's some back. It had to be. It's like kind of like Laney. It has to be the right time and the right flavor, I guess, for them to smile or do their thing. And she was the same way. I mean,
Usually when they're being
there are
mischievous.
pictures, where she's smiling a little bit, and then there's pictures where she's not. But no, by no means. I mean, she was always up, energetic, and full of fuel, just like we were. What was the word? Hyper. So. But hey, that's a good question.
Dorothy Castaneda. When you watch Elvis's movies, do they bring back memories of your time at Graceland?
Yes, not just the movies. I mean, and we've talked about this before. Teresa knows because little things will come back. It's with everything. I mean, there's not a day goes by that something doesn't remind me or remind us or we talk about Elvis and I mean, I always will. I mean, that's now certain things, certain songs, and certain things just bring back certain memories, or sometimes with a question. And I know I sound like I'm crazy and I'm juddering, but it's all going through my head, at the time like a movie. So that's why I mean, of course, I ain't got good sense either. So
That's the truth. Say that again.
not
Just for the record.
not
All right, you ready for the next question?
sure.
And I didn't even know there was a difference. Okay. Jeff Young. Did Elvis like stock car racing? What's that other kind
Yes, I was going. He didn't really care much for stock car racing. As I've said before, he loved football. Now, he did love, and they got into it, was a thing at the slot
Yeah.
car racing.
That's what I was thinking of.
Even went to a track, and even got his own track, and then they had cars. Daddy had cars. All the guys that raced, and they liked that type of race. But as far as like your stock car and Indy and stuff, he just. I'm not saying he didn't ever watch it, but he really, that wasn't his thing. So
Lettuce and carrots. Were Elvis's golf carts gas powered or battery powered?
lettuce and carrots, we I've mentioned this in our video before. They were gas powered. I know. It made me think about one time that Earl Pritchett was married to Aunt Nash, which was Uncle Vernon's sister, and they lived in a trailer behind Graceland. And I know one time we ran out of gas on one of the golf carts, and of course it was the one Lisa was driving. It was before she actually got her blue one, and she wanted it filled up. Well, Earl was going to fill it up, but he liked ball games, and he was watching a ball game that day and said, you know, he would get to it. The way Lisa was, that didn't cut the mustard. She ended up going upstairs and telling her daddy, actually waking him up. Of course, if you don't know how that went, I'm going to tell you. There was a phone call made, and Earl was out there gassing up the golf cart very, very quickly.
So I guess the battery powered would have been a really bad idea, because there's no way y'all would have had the patience to wait for a battery to charge.
For charging?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not, because we rode them day and night.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they would have never stayed charged. I mean, you know, unless we had brand new batteries. You know, but no, they were gas powered. Hey, great question though. Randy
Rankin. Did Elvis like baseball?
Again, Randy, and I apologize, apparently you've asked the question a couple times, and I don't know how it slipped by us, but sometimes things do, and while I'm thinking about that, I'll ask y'all. If something happens and we don't, just, if you don't mind, resend it. We're trying our best to get to all of them, and we'll get to the majority of them.
And some have been answered in other videos. Sometimes they've been answered.
And with, like I said, with all the new subscribers and stuff, we're trying to get information and make everybody happy. But for your question, there again, he wasn't much into it. I'll give you for instance, he actually had gotten some World Series tickets and ended up giving them to Mom and Daddy, and they went to the World Series instead of him. He just, like I said, and not to say that he didn't watch a little bit, you know, on TV, or you know, may have possibly even, you know, been to a game. Not totally sure on that, but he just was not into.
Did they tell you who was playing? Did your mom and dad tell you who was, or did you think to ask them?
Yeah, I know the Dodgers was one of them, and I want to say, could be wrong, but maybe the Orioles, but it was definitely, the Dodgers was definitely in it that year. And I'll find out what year, because I'm sure, or somebody asked that question, and I'll find out for sure the year and date. I forget about it. Teresa's always a technical one. I don't even think about it. But then she's absolutely, and I'm only going to say this one time, she's absolutely right on it, because as sure as I don't, somebody asked the question. And just like I said, so much flies and floats through my mind. But with that, y'all, hey, had some more great questions. Hey, keep sending them. We're loving it and having fun. We're going to keep this video out. We're going to get another short out to you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Love us like we love you. And with that, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Be a short coming your way, and we'll see you with a regular video on Sunday. And with that, Teresa, we always live Elvis.
My name is Mats Torelund from Sweden.
My name is Berit Torelund from Sweden.
And we always
love Elvis.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of the Memphis Mafia Kid. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Got an Elvis or MMK related question? Post it under the comments and we may answer it in a future video. And don't forget to check out Mom and Daddy's channel, EFM Elvis Fans Matter.